wade into a lot of hot topic discussions on the internet.
How you doing?
Good, how
What's
are
your
you?
name?
I'm Greg. Nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Greg.
And I think people would benefit from having a more nuanced understanding of the differences between someone's intentions and their impact. Not just to lower your own blood pressure and maybe treat other people a little better, but also to be more rhetorically effective, because people intuitively understand the differences between these four quadrants here. And if they sense that you are misassigning someone to the wrong quadrant, you will lose credibility with them, even if they can't really articulate why. So obviously, we don't need to worry about people who have good intentions and are helpful, right? The fireman who saves the kitten from the tree, whatever. Let's talk about somebody who has good intentions but is harmful. They want to be a good person, you know, they're not a saint, but they're not terrible. They're not a genius, but they're not stupid. They have good core principles motivating them, but they've somehow been convinced of a set of facts, or they've had experiences that have influenced them in some way, that they've become convinced that the way to accomplish their goal of being a decent person is to do something that in fact is incredibly harmful to the world. If you describe someone like this to others outside of your bubble, outside of your echo chamber, as this, bad intentions and harmful, instead of good intentions and harmful, you're going to lose everyone. Whereas if instead you say, you know what, I think so-and-so means well and is coming from a good place with what they think is right, but unfortunately, they don't understand that this thing they're advocating for is horrible and is hurting people. And we need to speak out against this. And I have to speak out against this, and we have to stop them from doing this thing that they don't understand is so bad. Not only is that more fair to the person, but it's going to be more effective in convincing people.
And to be clear, I am not saying to pull your punches, so to speak, when describing the harm. I'm saying this will enable you to throw them harder and still have them land.
And if you do really think somebody has genuinely bad intentions, convince your audience. Establish the argument for that. But you can't be a hammer that only sees nails.